Hello, welcome back to another episode of V1BES, where the Version1 staff, we sit down and we watch and commentate on a piece of content. I am Amy, and this is...
I'm Shannon.
And we are going to be watching... What are we watching today, Shannon?
So today we're watching a Tactical Rob video, and it is the history of Scump and Crim6. So I'm a drama ant, right? And I got really into the competitive COD scene because of like the storylines and the drama. And this is the video that got me there. So it's kind of like a whole timeline of the history of Crim6 and Scump. And yeah, so we're gonna go through that.
So you know a lot more about this than I do, and that's why I'm really excited.
Yeah, it'll be good, especially because there's drama right now coming back between Crim6 and Formal have been going back and forth a lot, and so he's also on Optic. So this stuff is always relevant. So Crim is like the winningest player of all times. Like Crim has the most rings of any Call of Duty player ever.
That's so cool.
So that's why, yeah, that's why he has all this clout and all this like
this guy was
why people put up with him.
Seth was supposed to be.
But this was all before CDL, right? Like this is like just Call of Duty land.
This is back. I think this might be MLG. So the CDL happened. The professional or competitive Call of Duty decided to do a franchise system last year. So before you had all these kind of like established gaming orgs that, you know, we have Optic Gaming, Envy, Evil Genius, all these orgs, but there is no kind of like consistency. So then last year, the I think I don't know if it was like Activision, people came together and was like, all right, we're going to do a franchise system with the CDL. So we're going to have city or teams that are associated with cities and, you know, these rules and this kind of stuff. So that's why stuff like Optic Gaming is now Optic Chicago, and then there's the whole Huntsman drama, but now they're Optic Chicago, and so 100 Thieves, LA Thieves, Feuds, Atlanta Feuds, so some of them just like smacked a
city on it.
City onto them, yeah, and then you have like us and other orgs that were like, oh, we're franchising, bet, like let's get in there. So yeah, that's the deal with that. Dude, shouts out Tactical Rab for actually adjusting the audio levels in these clips.
Because you know that, like, you can hear it. Oh my god.
Dude, oh my god.
Despite the continuation
Wait, is that an audience in the background?
Run into Call of Duty
That's like
complexity
screaming noise?
shocks the
Yeah,
world by
yeah.
taking place
Oh.
in
Dude, yeah,
Chapel
LAN is
Karma
crazy.
in
Like, it'll be
December
cool to see how
2013.
it's set up, but there's no fans. But, like, I can't wait to see the first LAN where, like, everyone's back in the stadium and, like...
That's why you got dropped!
Oh my gosh.
This new look
To
squad won
Clayster,
for the
like,
very first
that's
time of
so
Arctic, a
mean,
UMP filler
right?
before Arrives proved pivotal.
Oh,
as Optic
Attach!
landed
Let's
a streak of 19 clean shots wielding of
So
the
this might be, like,
HBRA-3 during map 1.
2016?
Scump's
Okay.
40 bomb could not get Optic over the line.
So we're still catching up.
Yeah, we're still back.
Of Arctic.
I love how I feel like you're
Optic
just
made
like
the
a
grand
press
finals of the
Shannon
next
get
6
info button.
consecutive
You
events.
know, it's like,
Which
oh,
went
you want
into
to know
the
something about Call of Duty?
Phase
There you
ban,
go,
but they
Shannon,
finished
tell
the
me
season
something.
in
It's just
style,
fun
spending
fact.
$400,000. A remarkable 20
Wow.
and 2 record throughout Stage 1 followed, but Rise Nation would not give them an easy run to playoffs glory.
Oh
Is that
my
classic?
God, this is everything. $250,000.
It is classic.
prize
And
purse for
Looney
these guys, and it
And
all
Octane.
comes
Okay,
down
hang on.
to one.
So Rise Nation is Octane, Classic, Looney, and Slack. Right now, the Seattle Surge, after all the roster changes that they made this season, is Octane, Classic, Looney, and Pristini. So it's almost the exact same team as Rise Nation, which is really interesting because they're doing really poorly right now.
Really?
You know, they're considered like the worst league or the worst team in the league. They just broke their 10 match losing streak, which is okay. So the longest losing streak in CDL history was Rocker last year with 11 straight losses in a row. So when we beat Seattle Surge last weekend, we put them at 10. Or no, we tied them at 11. So if they had won, or if they had lost this last match that they played, they would have beat our record and they would have had the most losing streak. But they ended up winning, which is like, I love that for them. But yeah, it's really interesting that that's the same exact team. And I didn't hear any chatter about that. Like when they picked up Classic, you think the discourse would be like, oh wow, you have this Rise Nation squad. But I feel like I didn't hear much chatter about that. I'm at 1055.
Me too.
Oh my god, we have so much in common.
They bounced back emphatically at MLG Orlando, with only
I wonder who
JCap's
gets to
Team
keep
Envy
the trophy.
providing a significant threat.
Do you think maybe it goes to like
It
headquarters or
was
something?
deja vu for Crimson.
And it like sits in a trophy case?
Undoubtedly
I don't know.
the dominant force
I
of the
guess that
season,
makes
they
sense.
entered the 2016 World Championship expected
know,
to
someone tell
finally
us.
get the job done.
Put in the comments, where do they put the
But
trophy?
all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
teams would come
please,
back
yes.
to support them.
Please let us know
Parasite's
where they put the
Complexity,
trophy.
a
I need
vocal
to know.
member of 2015's
Do they
famed
switch?
Red
Is
Squad,
it like
defeated
is it like
Optic in
a
group play.
child? Like they just
This forced
Every other
the
weekend,
someone
yeah.
else
Need
gets
to end.
the. I'm gonna.
Panda took
So
Optic
Envy
to
is,
Game 5,
Dallas
Crush,
Empire
Search, and
now.
Destroy.
Oh, I
quickly
was wondering that
establishing
because
a
they were like
5-2
listed
lead.
right above Optic.
Do or die.
So now, okay,
Yeah.
now it's their Dallas.
Clawing their way back to confirms the conclusion.
Oh,
Formal
Blast
wanted
was
out,
playing
moving
on
to
Complexity
Luminosity,
then.
while
What?
Karma was relegated to the
Oh,
sidelines
shouts out
for the rest of
Blast.
the season.
To that pile, ladies and gentlemen.
Silly and Assault both on Rocker last year.
It's crazy. The circles, you know what I mean?
It's
just
yeah, it's
It is
everyone's
so
no
good.
everywhere.
secret that Scum- They landed in Black Ops 4 with a bang, claiming victory at
Dude,
CWL
some people
Las
just
Vegas
don't age
in
though.
December
Like
yes.
Dashy
2016.
hasn't aged a
It
day.
seems they had made the correct decision
Crazy.
to stick. But as
Even
Luminosity,
Crim
100
still looks
Thieves,
like
and then
relatively
United turned up the
young
heat,
compared
Optic's
to him
results
now.
began to suffer.
Back in
With
the
every
earlier
consecutive
videos.
defeat,
Yeah,
team
little
chemistry
babies.
faltered. And
Yeah.
Crimsix
Scump
described how
just
a
all like
chasm
his
emerged
look.
between
You can
himself,
steadily
Karma,
see him
and
grow
Coach
and every
TP,
like he's just
and
been
Scump,
consistent.
TJ and Dashi.
But at the end of the day, I think that just like a phone call
100%.
or something like that from him, been like, yo, basically saying, yo, I don't really want to play with you. That to me, I would have been like, yo, that
Whoa,
sucks.
whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. So this is really interesting because part of the drama that's going on, and I can say this, is that Hook was dropped from Dallas earlier this year. And Hook was like their franchise player. Like when they became Dallas Empire, they built the team around him. And last season it was 5 people. So it was him, Crim, Clayster, Illy, and Shotzi. And then they had to drop Clayster because they went to 4v4. And Hook was killing it, like all of the first stage. And the second stage, he started slipping a little bit. And then he just came out with a video literally like 2 days ago that sparked all this stuff because people didn't know why he got benched. And then he got bought by LA Thieves. And then he got benched after his first game. And so everyone was like wondering what happened. And Crim was like calling the flank and calling Zuma and being like, Zuma was like, what happened with Hook? And he's like, look at the mini map, you know, and like the consensus before hearing from Hook was like, he's not being a team player, you know, he's not following the rules, he don't want to play within the system. And Hook came out, and among other things that are like more important that I'm not going to get into, another thing he said was like, no one was talking to me, no one communicated with me, we weren't doing well, and then suddenly it's like, I'm benched.
His spot on the
Okay,
Dallas
okay,
Empire.
so
Well,
now
Scump
we're
from
in
Chicago, Huntsman.
2019,
Crim
2020.
made it
Yeah, you
clear
see the
that he
Huntsman.
entered
You're like,
2020
Huntsman.
seeking
Yeah,
revenge.
we're like, okay,
And
now we're into
Empire's here.
franchising.
Yeah.
Yeah, Empire's here. Oh, because the Call of Duty League logo, like this is, I think Call of Duty League is like fresh for franchising.
Yes. Like it's cool
Yeah,
to
I
see
like
this because like me and you came onto the team, what was that, like late 2020? So like in my like mind, I didn't know anything about CDL before working here at Version1. So like I was like, oh yeah, Call of Duty, like, because I knew it'd been a professional like esport for a while, but I didn't realize that it hadn't been franchised until 2019. You know, like that's so recent. And it was like I just didn't even realize that. So in my mind, it had been around for forever, which Call of Duty has, but like how it's like franchised now, it's like so new. So like to see it like this, it feels old, but it also feels new in a way. Like I don't know, it's so cool.
Yeah, no, I totally feel you. It's like old CDL, right? Like it's like old for Call of Duty League, but it's still like so new and recent as far as like competitive COD goes.
Yeah, for sure.
But then it's so nutty too, because it's so many of the same teams and the same people, just like rearranged and renamed. So.
Which is, it's so it's interesting to see, just because it's like when we were like at the very beginning of this video when we're seeing names and I'm like, wait, I know that name, like I've seen that person before. It's like it's still going on, like it's just Call of Duty's a constant. That's all, and so are the people in it.
Like, this was 10 years ago. Like, it's crazy because Attach is 24, and there's literally videos of him 10 years ago winning events at 14.
Oh my god, he must have been cracked. Just insane.
Dude, he was cracked. Like, wow. I went through a lot of his old footage to pull 1v3s for this video that we did, and he's just like, he was just everywhere doing it all, you know? It was crazy.
Proud of him.
Dude, also shouts out real quick, our podcast, The Rotation, that we do on the Rocker YouTube every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. CT. This is how I got into a lot of this stuff, because Kingdom Soldier, Icon, Midnight, they've all been around the scene for a really long time, and like Kingdom really gets into the storyline. So like that's another reason why I got so invested in this stuff. So if you want to learn more, or audience, if you want to learn more, tune into The Rotation. We go over a lot of the fun stuff that goes on in the competitive COD community.
And you guys do predictions, right?
And we do predictions every week. And it's like, so the predictions, there's a point system where every host get points if they make correct predictions. And that, it started as like a fun thing to do on the side of predictions. Now it's every people are making predictions. They are like, I don't think this team is gonna win, but I need upset points. Nice. And I'm like, I don't think this is how it works. But it's really fun. It's really fun. We have the chat there. We're always hanging out, talking about like the drama and also like the technical stuff of the game. So,
and it's usually like what, an hour or so? Hour or two?
Actually, so usually we'll go like an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, depending on how much is going on. But yeah. It's good. You can drop in anytime. We also have it uploaded on like Anchor, so Spotify, and you can watch the VODs on YouTube.
That's so cool. Do that. Oh. Do a chat.
Followed up with some sharp remarks on the analyst's desk.
That's us.
Crim couldn't get Scump out of his head.
The Rocker launch weekend. Anyway.
Oh, so that's what all those folders in Dropbox were for.
By this time, the pandemic had forced all competition online, where Dallas had thrived in the pre-season.
They got that good
Much
internet.
Improved
they
from
do.
February, Dallas
that was before everyone moved to Dallas.
Yeah, right.
But their rivalry was sparked again in July, as Crimsix was uncovered using the automatic single sprint setting in practice, banned under professional players' gentlemen's agreements.
Pause. Literally, he accused Neptune of doing the same thing, like, earlier this year. What?
And then he did it? Like, before that?
Yeah! I mean, dude, I was literally just watching a video about how he was accusing Neptune of this earlier, and they, like, came into Neptune's chat while he was streaming, and were like, show your settings, show your settings, show your settings. And, like, it was kind of sus, because Neptune just kind of pieced out of there.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you got caught doing the same stuff, Crim. Like, how are you gonna get so angry?
I guess there's one thing I want to say.
Oh shit. Look into that.
I wish I could drop this mic, but thank you guys for dropping me.
Well, don't thank me.
Wow, that just made me sad though.
From deadly duo to bitter.
Oh my god, all of my video, anytime you're like, you want to watch a fun YouTube video? Oh, it's really sad.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I think it's so, like, because I had always known that the Call of Duty scene, like, there was drama to it, but I had never known, like, what sort of things it was. You know what I mean? Like, I'd never looked into it before. So, like, just to see, like, how far back the history goes, and to know, like, how close they were, and how it all fell apart pretty much in the span of, like, probably less than a year, if not a couple of months. Like, it's just kind of like, it's sad. Like, it just makes me sad. And I'm just like, just be friends again. You know, I just want to, like, push them together and just make them be friends. Because it's just like, you see all that stuff and it's like you threw it away over, and like, something that probably meant a lot to them, but still is like, just be friends. Like, just be friends with each
Right?
other.
Cool. And then it doesn't end because just like 3 days ago, you have Crim and Formal beefing on the timeline. And I'm just like, you guys, but I'm here for the drama.
Yep, exactly.
I love the drama. So yeah, shouts out Tactical Rod. I want to have him as a guest on the podcast.
That'd be
I think
cool.
he's awesome. And yeah, so shouts out. I like all of his work, and that is the video that really like got me into like really researching the history and the storyline.
Well, and then because when you watch one, then you're like probably gonna click on another, and then your suggested is just more. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm starting down this rabbit hole. Oh, let's just keep going. That's kind of how I
Yeah.
feel this goes. And you're like, all right, we're just gonna do it. Let's go, full speed ahead. And that's this episode of Vibes. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you learned a little bit about the drama in the Call of Duty League. And if you didn't, you can check out the Rotation podcast, which happens every Tuesday at 7 Central, right?
7:30.
7:30. There you go. So yeah, hang out for that. Otherwise, my guest today was Shannon. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, my name is Amy, and we will see you next time.
Bye.